It's Friday. I'm really happy it's Friday. I love Fridays. It's just another day, I suppose. Usually I would be working on a Friday doing my cleaning job, but I was advised not to do that this week. I had a little procedure at the hospital done yesterday. Everything's fine, but just as a precaution, they said not to lift anything too heavy, which my job with the cleaning can involve a bit, just with bags of laundry, etc. So I'm just having a leisurely walk, taking it nice and steady. I've just been to the cafe and had a skinny latte with Trudy. She's going overseas tomorrow. I'm going to miss her. She's going away for about a month and she's heading back to England because she's married to a guy who is originally from Bradford, and they very kindly offered to bring me some bits back, and the only thing that I said I'd really appreciate is a can of oxtail soup. I really miss oxtail soup. There's lots of things I miss: pickled onion monster munch, quavers, skips, discos, Lucasade, but you can source them here. There are a few places. There's a place in Dandenong that sells a lot of things like that called Rob Butcher's, but obviously because they've been freighted over, they are a little bit pricey, and being here almost 7 years, you find kind of alternatives as well, and things like HP and Lurpak and Coleman's mint sauce are sold in the supermarket here as well. That's a couple of the things that we can't kind of live without. So I'm having a leisurely walk. When I was at the shopping centre and when I left, there was quite a few canvassers out. It's the federal elections coming up on the 18th of May, so that's 2 weeks tomorrow. Now, we are Australian citizens here. We got that in November 2017, and it is compulsory to actually vote here in Australia. I don't know what people's thoughts are on that, but if you do not vote, you will get fined. As I said, it's compulsory. So I've just been reading up on the parties and trying to make a decision who I'm going to vote for. And I might be actually away on that day, on Saturday the 18th. A friend and I are planning a little getaway, just two mums, to go hiking and have a bit of time together. No men, no kids, just us getting together and having a bit of a relaxing weekend. So if I am away, I'll have to make sure that I either go vote first thing in the morning or send my vote in by post, or for people who, like for example, my friend's going overseas and she's got to vote, you can actually go sooner and get it done. They have little pop-up electoral rolls as well. So I'm going to keep on walking and I will see you later. Second coffee of the day. I'm going to be hyper later. I'm just down at Mount Martha Esplanade. Esplanade is basically an Aussie word for a row of shops. I've just had a meat pie for morning tea. I've earned it. I've walked 7.5 kilometres this morning and I've got to get back home yet, so I'll walk it off, but I really don't care. If I want something, I'm going to have it. I woke up this morning quite hungry as well, and I was really surprised because we went to the RSL last night and we had, it's pot and parma night, so pot's a half of beer, but I asked if I could swap it for a wine, which they did, and I had a parma. So those who don't know what a parma is, it's a chicken schnitzel topped with tomato, like pasta sauce, a slice of ham and cheese, and it's really yummy. So we had that last night, excellent value for $15. And as I just said, I've just had a pie for morning tea. For those who don't know what morning tea is, there's morning tea and afternoon tea. And morning tea is kind of like 11's is. So here in Australia, you have your breakfast. If you don't have your breakfast, and you maybe have it a bit later, it's brunch, and then obviously you've got lunch, and then you've got dinner. And I used to call dinner tea back in England, but here we call it dinner now. It's really funny how you pick things up. It's coming up to, I think next week, the 10th, it will have been 7 years since we departed to Australia. Started off the week a little bit flat, just I think putting too much pressure on myself to look for a job, and I've decided that I'm just going to stop doing what I'm doing and just wait for the right thing to come along, and because I was stressing myself out really, to be honest. And I've heard a friend back in England is battling cancer for the second time. He's been posting some little blogs up on Instagram, and I've been following him and I'm wishing him well. And also another friend mentioned the other day that a relative has got cancer, and it's so sad, and it just makes you realise that you've got to enjoy your life, embrace your life and be happy. And like I said, it's Friday today, I'm feeling good, I'm having a walk, I'm walking around with my tunes on and enjoying my coffee. Just look at that, and I've got it all to myself. Absolutely amazing. You have to remind yourself why you came here some days, you really do. So lucky. What is that? Ooh, yucky. Just down at Mount Martha Beach, you can see off beach up there. Oh look, somebody's there going for a little surf. And I'm going to walk right down, and then I'm going to stop, go up the steps, walk all along there and go home. So I've just walked up, I've had to go round the back of some of the beach boxes because some of them are damaged, so it's advisable to walk around the back, and the waves are coming right up where the steps are. I've actually got my feet soaking wet through, it'll be right, it'll dry off. So I'm just walking to the end of Mount Martha Beach, and when I get round the corner I should be on Fossil Beach. There we go. So I'm going to walk all the way along Fossil Beach on my way back home. Having a really nice walk actually. Good to get out, get some sea air. Ah, this is the life. I've just stopped for a bit. I just got a bit overwhelmed, which I do sometimes. People that will know me know that I lost my brother in July 2017. Just been walking down the beach, and I've got a playlist, and Run DMC, It's Tricky came on, and I just remember us both being into Run DMC and our Mark having that the album and everything when we were teenagers, and it just really got to me, and it does, really does. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him, and if I'm honest, it's probably not like a minute or an hour. They really have, but they say grief does kind of come in waves. The sea will be calm, and then all of a sudden a big wave will come and it will grab you. So I'm all right. This is why I do like to have my walk in, and just listen to my music, get some exercise, think things through, and I'll be right. I always trigger it off, and it's just a life, and it's still early days. It's going to be 2 years in July since he passed, and I'm kind of dreading that a bit. And I think it's just those times coming up, you know, the build up to things that get to you, and it does get easier. You have to learn to live with it. And I'm just going to keep on walking and think of all those memories that we had, and yeah, just remember all the good times. Still walking. I've just got to Bird Rock Beach. I'm going down the steps. There's about 200 and odd steps, and then there's a really slope like that. I'm not going up the slope today. Last time I did it, I found it really hard. I'm not really in the best shape at the moment, and I'm actually considering going back to the gym next week. I need to do something. So I'm going to go down the steps, and then what I'm going to do is walk around to the next beach, and that is actually Fossil Beach. I got that wrong. So many beaches here, you see. Sport for choice. It's easy to get a bit confusing. Better sound like a bit of a beach snob, don't I? So yeah, I'm just going down the steps. I used to do this on a regular basis, go up and down about 4 times. A lot of people come down here and exercise down here. Good little spot to exercise on the beach, and a lovely, fabulous views. There's a container over there, and in the distance you can see, I think that's Phillip Island over there. You probably can't see it. So I'm going to finish off going down the rest of the steps. Just best to move. I've just walked to the end of Bird Rock Beach, and as you can see, it's changed a little bit, and what I'm going to do is, you see that? I'm going to walk around there, and that will take me to Fossil Beach. So that's quite rocky. There are some big rocks on there. I have done it before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my phone and my earpods in my pocket, because I don't want to drop and lose anything, and I will need my hands to go over the rocks, and as they say, I will see you on the other side. And I'm across. I did it. I'm like a big kid playing out. I absolutely love it. I do go hiking on my own. I did let Daryl know whereabouts I was going this morning, just in case I don't come home for any reason, which I doubt I won't, but you've got to be careful. I do feel really safe here in Australia, and I love my walking, and as I said, I do a lot of hikes on my own. That's Coral Beach that I'm just walking past now. I've not walked down there. Just look at the difference with the sea and how clear that is. You could actually be in the Mediterranean. How gorgeous is that? No wonder it's called Coral Bay. I have walked down there a few times when the weather gets better, which will probably not be until later on in the year. I think I'm definitely going to have a little beach day down at Fisherman Beach now. Again, pretty quiet. There's a guy over at the back. I'm not going to take a picture of him, but he's sat in his trunk sunbathing. Not quite warm enough for me to be doing that. And I'm not sure if you can see where the marker is, but that's Melbourne. So you can see the city from here. A few people think that I do actually live in Melbourne. I don't. I'm approximately about an hour and 20 minutes away. I do actually love going into the city, and I don't really go as often as I like. That's one thing on the agenda, is to head up to the city again soon. Just near the fish hut down on Fisherman's Beach, and there's seagulls hanging around, and that is I believe it's called the Pacific Gull. He's absolutely massive. He's probably about 3 times the size of a seagull. So that's your seagull, and that's the big gull. So they're probably hanging around hoping to get some fish. I'm just walking on this track. This is going round the back of Mornington's bowling club, and there are some amazing views when you get round. Look at that, wow. So I'm just going to keep on this track, and it's going to bring me out at Mornington Pier. So I'll have a little stroll to Mornington Pier, and I'll see you when I get down there. Another little beach. I'm not actually sure what this beach is called, but I'm still on this little track, and then it's going to take me back out to the main footpath, and you can see the Royal Pub there. If you've not been to the pub, if you live in Mornington, it's definitely worth a visit. Really good pub grub, and on Sundays they have live music on. I'm down at the pier now. That's the beach over there, that's Mother's Beach, and that's the Rocks restaurant, the harbour. The little blue building down there is Snappers, where you can get fish and chips and coffees, and the pier obviously is there. What an amazing view. I'm down at the pier, and I'm actually in 2010. It's funny how we filmed here and we did the voting here, and we actually live in Mornington. It's purely coincidental that we did end up living here, and I absolutely love it. What a fab day it is today. There's people on the pier fishing, and there's people out in the boats, and I'm going to have a walk up Mother's Beach, and then I'm going to go down Main Street and back home. Nearly home, just walking up Main Street. I've been a bit naughty. I stopped in Typo. I saw a glass and I just had to have it, and it was $20. I know, $20, that's like 10 quid for a wine glass, but I just had to have it. I'm just going to call it an early Mother's Day present to myself. It's Mother's Day here on the 12th of May, and I saw it and I got it, and I'm going to be even naughtier. As I said, I'm just heading to the end of Main Street, and I'm going to call into Rebel Donuts and get a pack of 6 donuts. Their donuts are to die for. It's Friday. I want to make a fuss of the kids and Daryl. Gonna have a nice tea tonight. Maybe watch a movie, with it being the end of the week and Friday night, and we'll have a little treat for afters. Hello, I ended up clocking up 18.25 kilometres today, and I've really enjoyed it. It's about 5:45 and the sun's going to start going down in a little bit. Here's my glass that I bought from Typo. Just got dinner in the oven, gonna have a quick bath and a relaxing night with the kids, watching a movie. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope that you've enjoyed my little journey around Mornington on my walk today. Let me know what you think. Have a great weekend.